Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Roads with me, Reggaeton. It looks like our buddy Sean has finally achieved his dream of becoming a filing cabinet. Let's talk to Abuela. I wasted my life. I see that now. See, I didn't want to do that to her. But once we found that biology check, we didn't have much of a choice. We had the charisma check beforehand, but I didn't want to lie to her. Then we failed the other check, we could only tell her that she had to fix her posture, or that her research was the reason she had headaches. And if I had told her it was her posture, I'm assuming we would have just had that last option. And that's the only option we had to complete the quest. Which I guess we don't have to do the quest line, because I'm assuming that's just how we get into Kalgoorlie as a scientist. And we're already in Kalgoorlie, but I also don't want all these quests just clogging up my quest log. I think more quests should have the option to go back to the quest giver and tell them you're not going to do it, or give them some other excuse. Even if you don't get experience for it. So I spoke to everybody else in Southern Cross, and there was no other dialogue options to get her to swap labs with Siobhan. Siobhan's certainly making the most out of having unlimited electricity. Even in miniature, its presence commands the room. She continues to pace, but glances up at you. What do you want? A thank you would be nice. I got that dirt on Lily you wanted. You reckon? What did you find? She said whoever the saboteur is would need to have been in Southern Cross for a long time. Well, that doesn't describe her then. She could just be trying to point us in the wrong direction, but... She told me herself that she's a spy. Are you kidding me? She stares at you for a moment, then her face breaks into a wide grin. Awesome. That'll be enough to get her kicked out for sure. She did say she's not a very good one, that she hasn't reported back in ages. Yeah. She dismisses your defense with a wave of her hand. Oh, look at me. Poor her lost little soul, boo-hoo-hoo. It's her whole shtick. She was sent here as a spy, that's all that matters. She said some guy called Doug put her up to it. Trusted higher up of the everlasting Doug. Her eyes gleam. This just gets better and better. Well, I tried to defend her, but again, I want to complete the quest. I knew telling her wasn't going to matter. No matter what defense I tried to give Lily, Siobhan wasn't going to care. I already did tell her that. I'm not going to lie about this, so... Bye. So both of these are completed. Alright, let's take a look at our quest real quick. So, this is an update. I brought 3 more books, I think. I'm gonna go back to Kalgoorlie. I think some of these quests might be bugged out, like with Lockie. So we'll just pursue the main quest for right now and see if anything else comes up. Which I'm sure there'll be more quests in Kalgoorlie. Casual 700 experience for some giant spiders. Oh, vendors. That's exciting. Oh, solar panels for that one quest. I feel like they don't need this many vendors. Hey, Jeweler's Rouge, when I needed that. Sentimental trinket. Made of cheap metal, the band has become thin from years of daily wear. And a gold ring. A small gold ring that probably held a lot of sentimental value to someone at some point. Now it's an expensive, shiny trinket. And gold flakes. Sprinkle some on your tucker if you're a fancy pants. Ooh, a blazer. Line them up and knock them down. Okay. Chance of knockdown, 12 to 18 damage. Has a little more capacity than the SR98. But you reload for free if you get a kill, and the SR98 plus 3 does more damage. More hats that are probably worth buying. So 3 AP would mean she'd get another attack. Oh, he only has a +1. I guess we should fix that. Alright, Sean just got a little stronger. By a little, I mean a lot. I'm so disappointed there doesn't seem to be any unique equipment. Not even for DJ and doing his quest. I think Yeast Brewer is new as well. I can't run a pub without this on hand. Ron! Good day, young fella. Here to buy some opal. What have you got for trade? Goodbye. Time will tell how we go. Time will also tell when you go. I already talked to this guy. The ingot. This man wears the black and silver of the Kalgoorlie police, but he's chatting and laughing with his friend in front of the dartboard. When he catches you looking, he says, "I'm off duty, so don't commit any crimes, right?" "So you're a cop?" "Yeah, Officer Hunter. That's my sergeant over there at the bar. Like I said, we're off duty, so I really don't want to deal with any crap." "Oh, that's all. Later. Bye." Man's got dusty boots, worn jeans, and skin leathered by the sun. He smells faintly of sheep, and more strongly of beer. He's laughing it up with his mate, and hardly spares you a glance. "Who are you? What do you do here in Kalgoorlie?" Pretty loaded question for someone you've never met before. "My name's Josh Cartwright. I'm a drover, mostly transporting animals to and from pasture or to the slaughterhouse." "You're a jackaroo, right? Let me tell you. One of the great bits about living here is we don't need to worry about petrol for our trucks. We can load the critters up and get far afield without wasting the day walking to pasture." "What do you mean?" He smirks. "We've got magic, mate. It's in the air. It doesn't cost anything. Just a bit of focus and off we go. But that's all. Later." Later. You need a cop. There's plenty outside. Harvey Tapper. If you had to draw a picture of a jolly barkeep, this bloke would be the result, assuming you're not a total crap with a pencil. He turns his twinkling eye on you. "Oi, mucker. Welcome to the Ingot. Best sweaty in town. I'm Harvey Tapper. What'll it be?" "Can I see the menu?" "Just so you know, we've got a 3-drink limit." He passes over the menu. There's a list of beers, rum, whiskey, and mead. Happy to answer any questions. What's up with limiting the drinks?" "Orders from above. Look, everyone gets their drink on for free. Bosses want people to get some pleasure in life, right? Why tempt people to make money by brewing and selling their bathtub booze?" "But then the Golds reckon if they cut everyone off at 3 drinks, you'll get all the benefits of booze without the drawbacks. No fights, no drunks, nothing. So here we are. 3 drinks. How's the beer?" "Mate, it's the one spot where I'm a fig jam? It's a solid lager, pardon my language. Brew the beer myself, bottle it up, and I drink it all by myself if I could." What's the mead like?" "Not bad, honestly. Made of fermented honey. Comes from a little place down in Widgymutha? Multha. Smooth, good complex flavors. If you like sweet drinks, recommended." "What can you tell me about the rum?" It's, Guy I know from way up near Old Kimberley decided he'd have a go at growing some sugarcane and making his own rum. Best thing I can say for it is it gets the job done. Good for sterilizing wounds, too." "Where'd you get the whiskey?" He looks a bit embarrassed. "I've just started it as a hobby, really. I've been studying, and while I think I've got the basics, it's... Look, I can see promise, but it's not there yet." "I'll try the mead." "Adventurous, eh? Good on you." He pours a measure of golden fizzy liquid into a glass. "Here you go. It's not bad. Not what you're expecting, but not bad." "I'll give the rum a shot." He groans. "You did not just say that. As punishment, I'm going to let you drink this, and God have mercy on you." You lift a glass to your lips and wow, this is pungent. When it hits your tongue, it's like you licked a flame, and when you swallow, your belly catches fire. But there's something to it. Your whiskey sounds neat. I'll give that a try." "Yeah, I knew that was coming." He grimaces. "Neat. Mate, you deserve every bit of what's coming to you." He pours a measure in a rocks glass and passes it to you. Wow, he wasn't kidding. This tastes like someone's car caught fire, got hosed down, and then they collected the puddle underneath into this glass. You finish it anyway. "I'd like a beer." 3 drinks, mate. That's the limit. Sorry. "You know what? I have other questions. I'll do what I can to answer them." What's there to do around here? Well, we've got the dartboard over there, and tables for drinking. I mean, it's a pub, right? We used to have a pool table, but some drongo decided to go dancing on it one night. Hard to make a bank shot across boot divots. Sometimes people bring in cards, but since we're not, legally allowed to gamble, that's strictly ad hoc. So yeah, drinks and darts, mate. So tell me about your bar, mate. How long have you got? Short version is that it used to be a miner's pub, and it went to crap when the world did. Still, it was in good enough nick that when Gwen Gold came back to Kalgoorlie, he used it as a base of operations for a while. We used to have a tunnel connected to the pit in the back. Seems Gwen and her pals use it to get back and forth without the scabby seeing them. But Sarge Squire here got the entry sealed off, so she wanted to keep the local bogans from exploring. So what's your story? Born and raised here, he says proudly. Showed a talent for mixing, did some magic. Wasn't quite sharp enough to get into gold. That's fine though, that's fine. I'm happy here. I'm off. Don't get into any trouble out there. George Weber, same portrait as, Pepper. The man stains up his forearms in a piercing stare, which he's directing at the nearby darts game. Glances idly at you and says, "Name's George. Fancy a game after these jerks finish massacring the wall?" I hear there's tunnels here. Know anything about them? Just heard the stories. Never seen them. How do you stain your arms? I'm a textiles tradie. Get to handle the fabric when it's fresh out of the dye vats. He looks down at his hands. Occupational hazard, I reckon. How are these two playing? Like people screwing for the first time. Lots of enthusiasm, giggling, and asking if it's in yet. Oh, well, we're having a grand old time. It's painful as hell for everyone else to watch. I'll catch you later. Come on, bucko. Let's give the dartboard a workout, yeah? Well, shame I can't take you up on that offer. What'll it be then? I'd like to book a room. Alright, so the guard goes back on duty. Good to know. I'm assuming it'll be tied to a quest later on. Possibly something to do about those tunnels. I know I said that a little weird. Looks like there's two circles there, but can't get to the other one. Not with how they're overlapping. Alright, I'm not going into any buildings yet. But you know what? Let's go and do it. Ollie Masters. The man is big boned and ruddy, with sharp eyes and thick hands. Gives you a sour glance and turns back to the factory floor. I'm Masters, Ollie Masters, foreman. Got a pass, let's see it. If not, you'll have to leave. I won't have you interfering with the work. He looks it over carefully, studying the seals and the stamps. Can't be too careful. I once let a fella on the line without checking. He was screwing about. The conveyor took his arm clean off. It took days to get the blood out. He hands the pass back to you. This looks like it's all in order, though. What brings you here? How do you come to be foreman? Tested for it, just like the others. Turns out I'm good with tools, good with people, good with organization. The testers assigned me here. I shadowed the old foreman and learned the ropes. When he moved on, I stepped up. All part of the plan, mate. I'm having a quick look around. What's going on here? We make textiles and provide support for the other factories in Kalgoorlie. Over there we've got a production line, sorting stations, and recycling areas. It's not the hardest labor in town, but it's demanding work. I'll see myself out. Later, mate. Good day. What brings you back round? None of your business. Bronze production line. The boxing machine squeaks and shakes as its wide, patchy belt rotates along a string of rollers. The covered chute leads into the machine. A metal door on the side looks like it houses the controls, and thick cables snake off into the building. Whir. Alright. A venting near a ventilation shaft is bound to get you arrested. The young man stares morosely down at the pickings as they roll past him. He shoves his hair out of his eyes, gives you a hard glance, stares back down at the line. Who are you? Bruce Lorimer, he whispers, snarls. Just another dead-end cog in this stupid machine. What's the job you're doing? Crap picking, make work, slave labor. The worst of the menial jobs. You from around here? Unfortunately. How long have you been at this? I get the impression you don't like it. You think? It's been too long. I didn't have the patience for their stupid tests, so they stuck me here. Until your attitude improves, they said. Poof, Buckleys. You want my advice? If you want to change your situation, maybe change your attitude. He stares at you like you've just revealed the secret to life. No crap, he breathes. Is that what it takes? Just buckle down, and everything magically gets better. His demeanor twists into a sneer. Maybe I don't want to help these jerks with anything. I've got to go. Get out while you can. The sullen young man barely acknowledges your presence. At last he mutters, What now? Elsie Ryan.
Mate, is that? It is. That's Elsie Ryan from Brookton. I thought she was dead.
Alright, voice acting stopped. She clears her throat and approaches. Cheers, Elsie. Fancy seeing you here. The woman was focusing on her work, head down. Now her head snaps up. Shock and joy wore on her face. How did you survive Brookton? Who else made it out? What are you doing here? Oh my god, I can't believe it. She looks like she's about to cry. Where are Davy's parents? They wouldn't... She stops. When she continues, it's in a hurried, emotionless whisper. They wouldn't surrender. Wouldn't drop their guns. Davy picked his dad, but they refused to split up. We didn't know what was... We didn't know. She covers her mouth with a hand. They led Finn and them away, and then they... She buries her face in her hands. I grabbed Davy, said he was mine. Guess now he is. Tears drip silently onto her shirt. How did you survive the attack on Brookton? I was hiding in our house with my Mel, while Finn, my husband, was out on the walls. When the shooting stopped, I heard people going from house to house. They separated the kids and the parents, and one of the women from their group was over talking to the children. The woman, something Wayfield, she said her name was, pulled me and a few of the others out of the group, and told us to take the kids to the wagons the raiders had parked behind the trees. When we're out of sight, she closes her eyes, and the color drains from her face. That's when they started shooting the others. She swallows a sob, and wipes her arm across her eyes. They said we'd be looking after the kids till we got to Kalgoorlie. We're not kidnappers, they said. Best to keep them with familiar faces. So what? These Wakefield characters loaded you and the kids into wagons and brought you here. That's right. They didn't want to leave a resistance behind, but they didn't want these kids to be orphaned either. They asked the kids. They asked them which parent they wanted to travel with, and the other one wound up catching the bullet. I pray to God Mel never finds out her dad died because she chose me. It'll ruin her. Have you seen any other survivors? Not really. When we got here, they gave us a place to live and said they'd test us for fitness. Said we had the option to decline, but they put us out. Anyone who didn't pass their test could stay in the city, but they'd be basically slaves. Like, fed and housed, but not a part of the city. Lucky I passed. The kids go to school all day. I see them at the end of my shift, then they're off to bed so they can get up for schooling. Actual schooling, can you imagine? I hardly see them anymore. She gathers herself, but the other adults, I think only a few made it, but I don't know where they've been put. I've seen some of my old neighbors in the chain crews, but we're not supposed to talk to them, any of us bronzes, but me especially. Bosses say they'd probably try to hurt me because they're jealous I made it. What are you doing here anyway? He shrugs. I passed the test, so I'm a citizen now. They put me to work in the factory during the day, then I go to school or the temple at night to learn about the city and my part in the plan. I'm even learning to read. Factory work is hard, it's true, but it's no worse than driving sheep or fixing up Brookton. At least I'm out of the sun. It almost sounds like you like living here. I'm getting used to it. I miss Finn, of course, I really do. He'd have liked it here. It's safe, and we have enough to eat. And if something in our housing breaks, someone will come along and fix it. It's like living in a real society. We don't have to do everything for ourselves. Best of all, we don't have to kiss Mick's butt every time we want to do something. He talked a big game about self-reliance. What he really meant was he liked being the big man in charge. I don't miss him. Not at all. See, I got the impression Mick was a pretty good guy. He's even willing to stay in Brookton until we rescued everybody, while Jess was trying to leave. Like, he wasn't going to leave anybody behind. That right there is fairly respectable. Though he did seem a little eager to become governor of Meriden. Like, we definitely didn't have to twist his arm. Oi, Ryan. This isn't a social club. You're at work, so work. She laughs. Ollie's got a big mouth, but he's got a big heart too. Mick, though, he had a little black coal. So yeah, I like it better here. I just wish Finn were here with me. I'll catch you later. Take care. Can't talk anymore. Need to focus on work. Pity the poor sod who has to climb under there when something gets stuck. Amy Carver. The woman glances up at you as she's sorting through the pile of rubbish rolling down the belt. The lines around her eyes deepen as she gives you a broad grin. She looks back down to her work. Good day. You looking for Amy Carver? You found me. Can't talk long though. Got to focus. What are you doing here? Sorting crap mostly. We recycle what we need here and pass the rest to the next station. We're one of the first in line, so we go through a lot. She laughs ruefully. How long have you been at this? Do you like it? You mean today? Since sunup. But if you mean like life, a few years. Sometimes they rotate me around the factory to do other jobs. But I'm good at this one, so I'm usually back here within a few months. It's hard, but it's work that helps everyone, and that makes it much easier. You from around here? Born and raised. I've been outside the walls a couple times, and, no. That's not the life I want. I've gotta go. Later, mater. Emma takes her eyes off the line long enough to give you a quick smile, then she's back to sorting with her scarred and calloused hands. Got for me, but not for thee. Well, that was pretty dark. Kalgoorlie rounds up the parents, asks the kids who they want to travel with, and kills the other one. Screw this place. The guard's mask covers his face, but can't hide his faintly contemptuous eyes. The truncheon at his waist emits a faint glow when he touches it and speaks to you. What do you need? What's with the magic stick you've got? Like it? Made it myself. Let me know when someone's lying to me. Oh, and I filled it with lead, so it hits a lot harder than the standard issue. Why are you stationed here? Punishment, I guess. Flipped off to the commander a few too many times. He reckoned I needed some spiritual guidance. Haven't found anything like that so far, though. But what are you doing here anyway? Doesn't seem like the kind of place that needs guards. You'd be shocked at what quote-unquote religious people get up to, mate. They figure they get preached at. They get dispensation to be the biggest crap lickers in the city. Got any good stories about the congregants here? Huh, yeah, actually. I'd love to hear one. Once had a fancy pants gold bloke with his Sheila flat out busted by his real missus. She came in here mad as a cut snake. Took me and my mate a bit of time to get her off him. Tore his mask off, half blinded him, took his lip. Don't put yourself in crazy, mate. Got any more stories? A fight, stabbings, fires. Just a week ago, I spent most of my shift putting out a fire some dillweed set by smoking near the bookshelves. So much flammable stuff around here, you'd be surprised. Got a bronze cartwright trying to screw the statue. Crazy bastard came with his own tub of lard and everything. He didn't count on redbacks using the shade as their quiet little nest, and, well, you can guess the rest. They saved his life, but not, all of it. Sorry, not all of it. The priests, the ones who've been here the longest, don't always get on with the deacons. That fella Chaz over there, his first day here he popped the high priest right in the nose. Mate, we had no idea what we were supposed to do. Finally dragged them inside the temple, so at least the cockers would give it a rest. Alright, now it's time to repeat, so we can get out of here. I got a few more questions. Okay. Right. That's all for me then. Keep it clean. What do you need? Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will continue exploring Kalgoorlie. Made a fair bit of progress. Looped all the way up through here. So check out this area. I'm gonna save City Hall for last, since that's where the main quest is going to take us. So we'll do this and loop around this way. Looks like a shooting range, possibly. And the Metropole Hotel. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.